Everyone, it's Jed. Welcome to the Bitcoin update. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone's having a great week so far. So let's get straight to it. So we are on Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. Really not much that we can say here on the weekly time frame besides this weekly uptrend that has been holding since July of 2024. So it's been a pretty nice steady uptrend here, reaching this apex. However, the thing that we have to look out here is that now that it's retesting this uptrend, we want to make sure it continues to hold like it has been the past few weeks. Okay, so keep in mind, right? If we do lose this weekly uptrend, it's most likely going to go back down in this weekly range. However, it's not looking like that right now. So let's go to the daily time frame and see what we are working with, because we really don't have much to mark out except this very local weekly downtrend, right? Okay, so we just missed that. You could say to mark this swing high at that low here, but again, we're really relying on this uptrend here. So let's go to the daily time frame. All right, if you guys have been following the Telegram posts, you guys saw that there was that resistance here, and it ended up falling within this daily region here, past breaking down that to this weekly uptrend. So what we can do here is that we can delete these now, right? These are invalid now, and we are going to mark, going from left to right, any levels that we may have missed on the daily time frame. Yes, it's holding above a weekly uptrend, but again, we're on the smaller time frame, so you're going to see these small candles breaking in the middle of that, with their bodies of the candles breaking in the middle of this weekly uptrend. So let's go to a small time frame like daily and just start marking out the levels that we need to. So if we mark that there, that's going to be invalid, right? We're going to move on to this next one here. Again, very, very close to the weekly uptrend, but we are going to mark it. There we go. Okay, so what was one support now becomes a resistance here. So it's that swing high of that low. That's really all that is. And this is the origin point there. And this is the daily range. Okay, overall, again, guys, it's still above the weekly uptrend. The weekly, there's still 3 days left until this weekly close. So I'm just, it's not going to be a green candle, but I'm hoping that it's at least closing above it. Okay, that's what really matters at this point. So go back to the daily time frame. It's in this daily range. So by the looks of it, it's using, this is what's suppressing the price, and this is what's going to be holding the supporting the daily price action. So therefore, we can say that this is the daily price range that Bitcoin's going to be bouncing around until it breaks out of this, or until it breaks below this. Another daily range that we could be missing is this swing low there that's already been tested. So if this breaks, again, it'll go to this daily, but if it's breaking below a weekly, right, guys, it's going to go to the next weekly. Okay, so all these daily levels is just kind of like white noise, right? It's just like levels that people can trade on. They can play the bounces, but eventually, if it's breaking a weekly uptrend, it's gonna go to the next weekly, and you guys know that, right? We cover that so many times, and we've seen it play out about like 95% of the time. So that is the case. Okay, so obviously, what do you need to keep in mind? Okay, so you need to be cautious. Okay, yes, we want to accumulate on accumulation, right? So if we're going to look at altcoins in a bit, that altcoin's going to be a bit longer because we're going to go over some meme coins and TRX, but first we're going to go over our 5 original coins, and we're going to see how these altcoins are probably on support right now. There's a little bit of a bleeding for some of these altcoins. So with that in consideration, right, if Bitcoin does fall down, we can probably see altcoins fall even more, right? So just keep that in mind when you're trading altcoins, especially when Bitcoin's accumulation. When Bitcoin moves, these altcoins they move twice as hard, right? So stay cautious. Make sure you're setting limits, guys. If you're into utility coins and you look at them long term, right, like I am, obviously you only enter on support. If it's breaking if Bitcoin's breaking weekly, if Bitcoin's breaking this weekly uptrend, then I'm going to look at the altcoins and I'm going to enter not on a daily support, but most likely on a weekly support on an altcoin, right? So just small things like that you need to consider. Okay, so this is the daily time frame on Bitcoin. Overall, it's looking like it's attempting to red candle close above the weekly. So that's what we just want as of right now. That's pretty much all we have left if we want to maintain that bullish move. So yeah, let's just see and how likely Bitcoin maintains this uptrend. Let's go to DXY, guys. I know I've been mentioning how DXY is finally starting to see a bounce, right? That's what I've been talking about pretty much the past few weeks. This has been falling down on the daily time frame. So eventually, guys, like there you go. There you can clearly see the bounce. So eventually, guys, something like DXY, right? It's falling down when something this steep, just like how I mentioned how like there are very steep uptrends, the downtrends can be very steep, and there comes to a point where it gets completely exhausted, and there's just a triggering bounce. In this case, this is what we're actually seeing right now. There's that triggering bounce, right? It broke below the weekly. It's going down to as low as this daily range here. I updated this daily there. So if you go to the daily time frame there, and that's why I moved it to. And it's starting to see a bounce. So we'll see how this reacts, because as long as the XY continues to move up, we know the crypto market will go down as well. So let's go back to the weekly and see if we need to update anything. So in this case, guys, there's still 20 hours left until this weekly close on DXY. But for now, I'm just going to assume. Whoa, what happened to? Oops, there it is. I'm just going to assume it's going to end up being a green candle, so we can delete this red one and let's keep that weekly one there for now. Let's go to the daily time frame here and see what we're working with. Okay, we can delete these weekly levels here. All right. Okay. And let's mark out some very local daily levels. Not really a fan of, really marking too many daily levels on the DXY, because it's really on the weekly that we're really looking out for. So here you can clearly see it's getting very tight. Narrow it down even more there. The apex is getting very, very tight. Obviously, it's hitting last green candle before the downtrend. It's hitting that resistance. So we can clearly see that this is the resistance range that we're playing with. So it kind of looks like Bitcoin, right? Kind of like a bit, but except DXY is actually moving upwards now, right? So we see DXY moving up, Bitcoin's moving down, okay? So we could see Bitcoin actually continuously move down a bit, especially if DXY breaks above this daily resistance, right? Because the same trend that brought it down will be the same trend that brings it up, and that first resistance on the daily time frame would be right there. So that could possibly mean Bitcoin can drop back down to this daily range here, or maybe fall within this range here again. But that's why I'm just saying, you guys got to play cautious, especially with these altcoins, because DXY can attempt to complete this run up. All right. So yeah. So if you have any questions, guys, just again drop them down below. We're finally starting to see DXY bounce. So I hope you guys took those, at least some of those profits when I told you so. So yeah, again, if you guys have any questions, drop them down below, and I'll make sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Take care. Bye.